Today we are learning how to write decimals and fractions as percents. So we are going to write 0.7 as a percent. 0.7 is said 7/10. Oops, I need my marker. 7/10. So because it's said 7/10, that tells us that we are going to put our 7 over 10. Okay, so we're going to put the digit to the right of the decimal over 10 because the digit to the right goes out to the tenths place. But the second thing we want to do is we want to write the decimal as a fraction with a denominator of 100 because a percent as a fraction is a number over 100. So, in order to get 10 to 100, we have to multiply by 10, and if we do that to the denominator, we need to do that to the numerator. So 7 times 10 is 70, and 10 times 10 is 100. Now, all you have to do to write that as a percent is write the numerator with a percent sign. So, 70 is our numerator, so it goes there. So let's say you had 0.05, okay? Because the digits go out to the hundredths place, we put 5 over 100. And the denominator is always already 100, so our numerator is 5 followed by the percent sign, okay? So it's where the last digit other than 0 goes out to. So in this case, 0.0105 goes out to the 10,000ths place, so we would put 105 over 10,000. See how that works? Okay. So, example 2. Write 5/8 as a percent. We are going to use division to write the fraction as a decimal. Now remember, your first or your top number is always your inside number and your second is your outside number. Now I don't care if you use a calculator for this because we learned how to divide decimals back in, I believe, chapter 3. So you can use a calculator to do 5 divided by 8 and you get 0.625. Now we're going to write the decimal as a percent. We move the decimal 2 places right. So, move decimal 2 places right. So, we have 62.5, and the percent sign's already there for us. If it wasn't there, you would need to make sure you put the percent sign there. Example 3. Order 17%, 0.25, 3/4, 0.1, 4/5, and 20% from least to greatest. Now, the easiest thing to do with these is to write them all as decimals. When we change a percent to a decimal, I'm going to write this at the bottom. We move decimal 2 places left. Move decimal 2 places left. So it's the opposite of above. So right now the 17%, the decimal's at the end, so we're going to move it 2 places left and we get 0.17. Now 0.1 is already a decimal, so we can rewrite it right there. 0.25, already a decimal. 4/5, we can go ahead and we can just put that in our calculator. 4 divided by 5, exactly as we see it, and we get 0.80. 3/4, the same thing. 3 divided by 4, exactly as we see it. That should be one you know, though, 0.75. And then 20%, the decimal's at the end, so we move it over twice, and we get 0.20. Now, all of those go out 2 decimal places except 0.1, so we're going to just throw a 0 at the end of that. And now you can simply look at these as money, okay? And we're writing them in order from least to greatest. So 0.1 is the least, 0.2 doesn't come next because we have a 0.17, then 0.2, then 0.25, then 0.75, and then 0.8. So we write them in list 1 through 6 so we know which ones come first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And then we write them out in their original form. So we have 0.1. Instead of 0.17, we're going to have 17%. Instead of 0.20, we're going to have 20%. Instead of, well, it's 0.25 already, so we're going to keep that. Instead of 0.8, we're going to have 4. Just kidding. I went ahead of myself. I missed 5. Okay. So instead of 0.75, we're going to have 3/4. And then we're going to have 4/5. So you change them all to the same form to figure out your least to greatest, and then you rewrite them from least to greatest in their original form. Decide whether using pencil and paper, mental math, or a calculator is most useful when solving the following problem. Then solve. In 27 out of 50 people surveyed have the newspaper delivered to their home. What percent of these people have the newspaper delivered to their home? 27 out of 50. Now, because the 27 comes first, it's 27 out of 50. Okay? Since the denominator is a factor of 100, meaning you could multiply the denominator to get to 100, pencil and paper is going to be a good choice. Obviously, you're going to think that a calculator is always the best choice because you don't have to think, but if you're at home and don't have a calculator or something, then it's really pretty simple problem to use paper and pencil with. Okay? Because what we want to do is we want to change that fraction to a percent. So we're trying to get the denominator to be 100, so we multiply the 50 by 2. If we multiply the 50 by 2, we multiply the numerator by 2. So we get 100 below, and we get 54 above. And 54 hundredths is an equivalent fraction. We talked about those, I think, in chapter 4, with a numerator of 100. And then your answer is just the numerator with the percent sign, so 54%. So go through and do your check it out and get them checked. On 2, if you can't get your denominator to equal 100, you just use a calculator.